So I'm coming to end of it. My last suggestion is that we must aspire high. Whatever goals I had to put, they may or may not be aspirational, they may be realistic more, but I think we need to aspire high. And in aspiring high, it is your own choice what you want to aspire, because it is your own domain. Nobody else can force you to aspire. So aspire. This week, Nobel Prizes are being announced. And you remember when did we get any Nobel Prize for resident Indian? We are all happy that Chandrasekhar got it, but Chandrasekhar is actually US citizen. He is of Indian origin, all right, but he is US citizen. A resident Indian last was C.V. Raman, way back. So I think we need to do something about our whole system. Another aspiration can be Rog Mukt Bharat, no diseases. How do we do that? And I'm sure if we all put together our hands, 3 billion hands, this all can happen. But many of us, let me be very candid, many of us are having high egos. We like to work in silos. So unless we break those silos and we forego our egos, as the Swamiji says, Sarvopadi Viramuktam, being free from all titles, because titles will come and go, the achievements will remain. And unless the government comes forward and you also go to government, both of us work together, these achievements are not going to be possible. So let me thank all of you for having the patient listening. This was partly philosophical, partly the realization of where we are, and partly the wish list. I am sure at least some part of it will be carried by at least some of you, and if even one person decides to do something, then whatever time I put in making this presentation will be useful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening keynote address. Your vision of strengthening cyber-physical systems, defense technologies is both inspiring and thought-provoking. We now move forward to the third and final keynote address of Day 1 of IEEE TAMS MAT 2025. Our distinguished keynote speaker is Shri Sachin Sinha, Director of Technology Strategy at Microsoft. With over 2 decades of rich experience in data analytics and artificial intelligence, Shri Sachin Sinha has been instrumental in enabling startups, healthcare systems, and public sector organizations to adopt data-driven approaches for impactful decision-making. In his current role at Microsoft, he serves as Technology Strategy Director and acts as the virtual CTO in the Health and Science Missions business, where he is driving the adoption of advanced AI technologies to tackle real-world challenges. Today, he will deliver his keynote address on the futuristic theme, the dawn of agentic intelligence, shaping the future of enterprise automation, harnessing modular, reflective AI agents to quietly transform work and the world around it. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming with a big round of applause, Shri Sachin Sinha.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you guys are able to hear me. Give me a sign or a cue that you are able to hear me.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Thank you. So, good afternoon. I hope everyone is enjoying the conference. I'm really happy to connect with you all and talk a little bit about what is really shaping or rather reshaping our world. So I'm Sachin Sinha. I'm Director of Technology Strategy at Microsoft, and today we are going to talk a little bit about the world that is around us. just position my window here so that it's easier for me to maneuver. Okay, so what we see happening around us is really not different from what we have seen happen over the course of centuries. That anytime new technology comes in, it increases the pace of changes in the society. In fact, the GDP itself, whether that's the GDP of a nation or the GDP of the planet itself, what we have seen is that as new technologies come and new platforms emerge, the GDP growth and the pace of change accelerates a lot. So as you can see in this chart, earlier in our civilization, the things were changing at 1x the pace, but between 1800s to 1900s, that change started happening at 4x scale. And then in the last century and the century that we are currently in, that change really started happening at 20x the pace, because all these things that happened in last century, whether that's electrification, whether that's combustion engines, whether that's transistors, PCs, internet, that really put the change of GDP growth at hockey stick, as they say. And AI is the next leg up for the world's economic growth. I think it's going to be even more than 20x the times multiplier for world's GDP with AI at the forefront. And the reason why it's happening is because of the scaling laws. So if you are familiar with the scaling laws, also people talk about Moore's law sometimes interchangeably, but Moore's law really applied for the information revolution, where everything was doubling, say probably in 18 to 24 months. And what we are seeing now in the artificial intelligence world, that in the pre-deep learning era, which started in 2010, everything was going at 1.4x per year. But once the deep learning era began in 2010, what we started seeing is that that was really the inflection point. So after that, we started seeing capabilities double at 4 times a year. So essentially every 6 months, we are seeing doubling of capacity capabilities. And that is just amazing, because what it has given rise to is essentially this. So now all these breakthroughs are manifesting in 3 capabilities that are exponentially getting better. Let's look at that. The first is a new universal interface that is multimodal. So it supports speech, images, and videos, both as input and output. So you can talk to AI, you can provide visual inputs to AI, images, videos, and it can respond back the same way. The second capability is around reasoning and planning. We essentially have sort of a new neural algebra to approach complex problems. We can detect patterns and make predictions involving people, places, and things, as well as interactions between them. And that is so powerful. And the third is we now have the capability to support long-term memory, rich context, and teach these models how to use tools, right? And that these 3 things coming together is really making the AI revolution really so powerful. So keep these 3 things in mind: universal interface, reasoning and planning, and memory and context. So AI essentially is shifting the business today. right? It's shifting the business for every individual. It's shifting for every process, every organization, and every industry. Um, if the right tool is given in the right hands, it has always sparked transformation. It's not just today. Over the course of several decades and centuries, you give right tool in the right hands and transformation will happen, right? From moving water across hundreds of miles via aqueducts to putting the world's knowledge at our fingertips with the advent of smartphones, these tools have changed our lives, and that's essentially what is happening now as well. And we are seeing the proof of the pudding, right? This is not just a trend; it's a transformative force reshaping how we work and compete in the global market, right? Um, the speaker before me talked about how we need to take this opportunity that is in front of us and really be an enabler for the global market, for the global audience, right? And AI is really giving that power, putting that power in hands of each and every one of us, right? Just like internet did, just like PCs did. So imagine a workplace where 76% of knowledge workers harness the power of AI to enhance their productivity. This is not a distant future. It's happening now. The business value, as you see here, 80% enterprises will have artificial intelligence, and apps associated with artificial intelligence will be deployed by 2026. 92% of organizations are using AI for productivity, right? But with all that, right, and this has happened over the course of decades and centuries as well. Whenever this kind of revolution starts happening, people also want to see this change happen fast, right? As I said before, that the AI revolution with the scaling laws, now we are getting the productivity and changes happening in capability and capacity every 6 months. It's doubling. So that basically gives rise to people's expectation that, hey, I need to shorten the time of value, right? All the businesses are saying that we need to have these changes come, and these changes happen faster. And essentially, what is happening is that this business transformation, this change that we are seeing, agents are essentially driving this business transformation. So I talked about how it's reshaping everything that we have right now, right? And what we are seeing is that now with agents reshaping the business process, enriching employee experience, but also on the outward front, right? For every business there is a customer, right? They are reinventing customer engagement, accelerating innovation, how we are going to bring that impact for customer, right? And it's, I mean, as much as we would like to believe that this is a cost game or efficiency game, that's not there all to it, right? I think whenever we talk about AI or anything led by agents in AI world, you always think that, oh, this is really all about efficiency. But efficiency is not all there is to the story. We can convert the time savings into actual business value drivers. So business co-pilots, for example, can extend process flows and enable functional business users to do more strategic, revenue generating or cost reducing activities. But at the same time, sellers can spend more time with customers doing what they do best, right? And we will see a scenario of contact center or customer service later, but contact center agents can handle more cases faster and with higher degree of service, right? So it's not just about efficiency, but also producing better service, producing something that is more valuable for whoever we are serving, right? So it started with individual value, but it's increasingly going to sort of like departmental value in an organization, and then organizational wide value in the organization. So the business case for agents, as I said, it's really beyond just cost saving or just individual productivity, right? As you can see here, it's really over a spectrum of entire business. How you can improve accuracy for what we do, what businesses do, what we do for our customers, right? Automation can reduce the likelihood of human error, ensuring more consistent and accurate results. How it can be more compliant, right? How can the processes that are carried out are in accordance with regulatory requirements without really worrying about whether the teams missed some compliance checks? How can it be stronger in security, right? How can it reduce the risk of data breaches, or how it can reduce the risk of fraud, right? How can it be around faster turnaround times? Automated processes can complete tasks much faster than manual ones, and of course, scalability as well. So you will see that the agents ecosystem that is coming up, it is huge. You will see that there are first-party agents, right? And then the third-party agents that are being created by partners and businesses outside that serve B2B. And then there are agents that every business or organization is going to create. And that creates the agents ecosystem. In fact, if I talk about Microsoft, there are a number of our partners, our customers, from PayPal to BMW, that have created agents that are doing meaningful things within these organizations, right? Taking something that is a booking agent that is helping customers find what they want to buy and right products that they want to buy, to something that is going to help manage their business by bringing together complex processes into this agentic world. So we know by now, right, that the agentic AI is here and it's here to stay, right? You have seen that in the news media. You have seen the headlines that agents are really what are going to transform our world and world around. But we are not at the stage that we really are going to eventually get to, right? As you can see here, there are many stages of this AI transformation. It really started with human first, right? Where every person was getting augmented by AI, and that understands their job, right? Essentially, the AI was really augmenting humans. That's level one. Level two is really where humans and agents actually come together. So every team essentially includes AI agents that complete a work autonomously, right? Then the level three is agents first, where AI agents run entire teams with humans just overseeing and managing them, right? And then the level four is really where entire departments or functions are going to operate completely autonomously without regular oversight. That's level four. So that agentic revolution or AI transformation revolution is going to go through these stages. We are not at level four yet. In fact, in order to create this agentic world, it's going to require all sorts of agents, personal agents, organizational agents, business process agents, and cross-organizational agents, right? That's really how we are going to really get into agentic world, which we plan to get into, as you saw that 4 level of transformation. What are the different agent types? So when you talk about agents, it's really a spectrum, right? It's not really one type of agents. There are information retrieval agents, and then there are task agents that are going to do certain tasks for you as a person or organization or a team. And then there are autonomous agents, which are going to completely do things on their own. So these three are really what you will see. Most of the agents really fall into these three categories, right? And they are from simple to completely advanced. And but once you have an agent, what is an actual agent, right? So when you come to talk about agents, the actual agent is really fundamentally have three common characteristics, regardless of the model or framework that you're using, right? So one is really the model that is behind this agent, right? And you can see, and you already are aware that there are many models out there in the world. Of course, OpenAI is really at the forefront of the revolution, and those are the models that everyone is mostly aware of because they are using ChatGPT and things associated with ChatGPT, like Copilot, that we offer to our customers and consumers. But those could be from many different partners and organizations. Meta has models, Mistral has models. There are a number of open source models that have come up. Grok has come up with a great model. There are models that are being developed in China these days that are really competing very well with models that are being developed here in the United States. So models is one thing. Then the second aspect of that is knowledge, where the model is going to pull its knowledge from, right? And then the third thing really that makes agents different from sort of how the AI revolution first started is really actions. What are the type of actions that this agent is going to be able to take, right? What are the tasks that this agent is able to perform? So these three things really make an agent. And then there is third part of it. Whenever we are talking about automation, what is going to be the triggering mechanism? What is going to trigger this agent, right? So that really is the automation piece. So remember we talked about 4 stages of transformation. I think we are somewhere between level 1 and level 2, right? There are organizations which are which have become level 2, but most of the organizations are really somewhere between level 1 and level 2. In fact, if you see this agentic AI progression chart, yesterday, right, the time that has passed, it was really user to AI interaction that was happening, right? User to RPA or robotic process automation, able to complete repetitive tasks, and user to chatbot, able to answer questions. So what is this dress? What is the dress code in the office, right? These kind of scenarios. And now today, what is happening is user to agent communication is really happening, where agent is able to take an action on user's behalf, right? So order a laptop for a new employee. If I am I am in HR or I am responsible for onboarding a new employee, I have an agent that is helping me take that action, where agent can then go and do the task of ordering a laptop for a new employee. Or also multiple agents, right, able to collaboratively solve complex tasks. So if I have 5 employees joining on Monday, I can ask my agents or set of agents that, hey, onboard 5 employees by Monday. And this is a complex task that requires multiple things, right? It requires a new employee orientation that should be done by HR agent. It requires onboarding new laptop, setting up their accounts, that will be an IT agent, and then it requires setting up training for this new employee in terms of training agent. And all these agents come together to accomplish that task. So that's where we are right now today. We are still sort of in level 2, but we need to get to level 3 and level 4. That's really our vision. So agents are expanding AI opportunities that we have seen, right? From personal productivity to process transformation, right? From every employee having an AI agent or co-pilot of their own to every business process transformed by agents. That's really the expansion of AI opportunities. And when we talk about tools, there are tools that best fit the spectrum of users, right? So that is also a beauty of AI, that not just it is giving power into the hands of every user that is out there, but it also giving power in the hands of every user to build around AI irrespective of their skill level. So there are low code tools that are available, and then there are pro code or code first tools that are available. And both the tools help you get to where you want to get to, right? So depending upon the skill level and depending upon what you want to do, you can pick either one, right? So no user in an organization is going to be left behind. And then the problem these agents address will also continue to expand, right? As we talked about the evolution, today we are applying this new technology to an existing problem to optimize existing processes. Where we see this going is that next is going to be unlocking innovation in the organization, but that is also going to be user-led. So it will be at the level of department or function, but it's really going to be bottoms up. There are going to be existing problems that we are going to try to optimize, and we are going to apply this agentic world to it. But from there, we are going to go to org-led, right? We are going to apply this technology to new problems from top down, right? Your organization is going to say, hey, let's become frontier. Let's go into this new area or this new way of doing things and see if agents can help us, right? So that's what we are going to see in this evolution. Now, most of you are technical audience, so I'm going to give you a little bit more into what other tools that are available, right? So there are two tools that are really becoming very popular. One is MCP, also known as Model Context Protocol, and then the agent-to-agent protocol. These are the things that are helping these agents connect to various things. So when you're going to have AI and it needs to connect to various systems, because remember, it needs to take action, it needs to accomplish tasks for you. That's where MCP comes in. It helps connect AI to these various systems. And then agent to agent, which is essentially around how different agents that you are going to create are going to communicate with each other. Because in the agentic world, you are going to need this communication if you really are going to automate around that. So how does Model Context Protocol fit in? Remember we talked about this chart where we have models and knowledge and action? MCP is really the glue between them. When the models want to grab knowledge from knowledge sources, that's where MCP comes in. When models want to take actions on something, that's where MCP comes in. And also automation and triggering of that can also be led by that. And how does agent to agent fit in? Essentially, when you create agents, these can talk to each other over that protocol. So we are seeing key cross-industry use cases coming in, whether that's travel booking, expense management, employee onboarding, customer support, data analytics and reporting. There is no dearth of use cases that are there. Whether you see from healthcare perspective, vertical perspective, whether healthcare, manufacturing, travel and hospitality, retail, everything that you see, there are use cases abound as to what can be done from the agentic standpoint. And you will see in all of these use cases that it really starts from identification of what is the repetitive task or customer process that we can improve, right? And once you have that process, you map the process, build an agent around it, and then measure its impact and scale. How is it helping you become frontier? How is it helping you become a frontier organization? Because that's essentially what we want to become. Become a frontier team that is doing something that is changing the way we do things, right? That is pushing the limits. because human labor is reaching its limits, but we see agents as the way to scale, right? And AI is already transforming a number of these things, right? But let's take one example. You all have dealt with customer service, right? We deal with customer service in our daily lives all the time. We are seeing that AI is already transforming customer service organizations. These numbers attest to that. But how we can become completely frontier, right? So let's take two use cases. Support assignment. How can support assignment be changed to sort of a self-service AI assistant? Remember we talked about from simple to advanced. Can they use AI assistant, the customer support assistants themselves, customer support reps themselves, to reduce their own time to look up something, to improve consistency? Can they then go to a task agent's triage customer inquiry scenario, where easier things can just be done by agents? And then we set direction and agents autonomously manage end-to-end support workflows, right? And we are seeing that once organization does that, there is millions of dollars in savings that can happen. And not just that, it can improve customer effort scores. It can improve customer resolution rate. Look at the second one, problem resolution. Can we apply this technology so that the resolution happens better, faster? Can agents join customer service team to help them with the resolution? Or can agents continuously learn from resolution outcomes and refine their approach to reduce human involvement, right? I think this is a video that I'm not sure if you're going to get an audio of, but this video really shows you that you are really the groundbreaker.
Sir, we are able to get the audio.
Who are going to take this power and revolution into your own hands, and you're going to build something
from any source, in any form, and turn it into reliable intelligence. Customize models with retrieval and fine-tuning to deliver performance that stands out. Safeguard every layer with trustworthy AI from the start and protect against new risks. Design personalized experiences without boundaries, always learning and adapting. Innovation prompts more innovation. It doesn't stop. It only gets better. You're creating the future, and Azure is here for all of it. Keep iterating, keep scaling. Be unstoppable.
And with that, I will leave you with just one question. What will you build? Because it's really up to you. How you take this agentic AI revolution and use that to build something for your organization, for your team, for your business, for people on this planet. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, Sachin. Am I audible?
Yes.
So, Sachin, this is Anmol. Thanks for the wonderful talk that you have given your keynote. It was really giving a feel of what in future we will be seeing, and it's really great. And thank you so much for sparing your valuable time to address our audience and all the participants who are all highly benefited with your talk. So next time, hope to see you in person, and then we will try to arrange your talk once again. So whenever you are in Delhi or going via Delhi, just please let me know so that we can arrange a talk for our students, live talk.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, absolutely. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to connect with the participants, the attendees. And yeah, absolutely. Next time I'm there, we'll definitely do something in person.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Yeah, thanks.
day one of the 4th IEEE International Conference on Technology, Engineering, Management for Societal Impact, TAMSMET 2025 to a close. We extend our heartfelt thanks to all our keynote speakers, participants, and organizers for making today's session truly enriching. We look forward to welcoming you all tomorrow for another inspiring day of learning, knowledge sharing, and collaboration. Wishing you a pleasant evening.